So Valve just announced not just one but three new devices. If you are a game dev or if you are interested in the technical details, you can watch this video. So these three devices are the Steam Machine, a supposedly 6 times better machine than the Steam Deck in matter of powers, runs more like a PC with a very small size. The Steam Frame, a wireless VR headset for a better experience. I think this is one of the lowest points. Not much users really like VR. On the Steam controller, I guess this is the second generation. They are all scheduled for early 2026, so game devs that update their games for these devices will get better coverage by Steam. There are still no price or spec locked in yet, but if you're a game dev, making your game compatible before the early 2026 will definitely make Steam users of the new device try your game first, and it will increase your user count. So let's dissect them one by one. For the Steam machine, it's like a small cube around 6 inches. It's for desktops, or if you have like a big TV and you want to put something on that TV to run games, just like a console but with a Steam OS. They say that it will run on 4K 60 FPS for most games with FSR. So that means they are using an AMD GPU, or I think it was AMD Zen 3 and RDNA 3. So that's a very important topic for you as a game dev, because now you know what specs that runs the Steam machine, which means of course you would need FSR in your video game. Of course you would need to support if you have glitches in your AMD GPU testing and stuff like that, try to fix them. The tricky part that I guess not much games will get use of it in the early of 2026, because it will take time, is the controller support of the Steam controller. So they have this thing of a dual touchpad, which is will be very hard to set up for different controller setups if you have like controller support for Xbox and the DualSense from PlayStation. So if you want to support the Steam controller, it will be a bit tricky in my opinion, depending on the design that I've seen for this. But it has tons of cool features, and the idea of it is that you can play now games that you usually need like a mouse pad for. So that's the idea of the two mouse pads. I do have some criticism of the initial structure. I don't think multiple people who found it very comfy in how it's handheld. I don't think many people will switch for it, but it is very cool. It had a very cool feature for charging. I guess it was like a wireless magnetic charge, which is really amazing. Plus, their very long time of battery. It was like they supposedly said it's a 35 hours charge. That's that's too much. It's very amazing. But again, as a game dev, setting it up for your game would be a bit tricky, but definitely it will increase the users that download your game in the launch of these devices. Just like what happened in the Steam Deck, the games that supported Steam Deck got more users. The Steam Deck users actually really got happy with these companies and any devs that supported the Steam Deck for them and had no problem running on the device. So of course, the new devices have the same structure. Again, SteamOS is a Linux OS based thing, so it's these devices are all part of the family Steam family hardware something. So you need to make a build in the Steam OS. You cannot like just build it for Windows, okay? Uh, I would really like to make a tutorial for you guys on how to do all of these things, but they get different from one project to another. Again, it's a controller support and a device support, so it will be uh, too generalized, because different projects need different setups of different stuff for different devices, so it's a bit tricky. So I guess it would be a very amazing thing to try on to make your game compatible with. I do think I think the Steam machine and the controller would have a good success in the market, but I would not invest in the VR. I think it will fail. I don't think many VR in general don't have a much of a big user base, so people don't really want to support that. So I don't guess you making it with VR or compatible your game compatible with the new VR would be a very amazing marketing move. So I would think the Steam machine and Steam controller would be a very nice move to do if your game either is launching in the early 2026 or is already launched and you can make an update for it. So that's all we have for this video. Again, we do not have the prices yet and the other information for Valve. We do not have like testing and stuff. We hope to hear about this soon, and I will definitely cover it in this channel and how it will affect you as a game dev. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. Definitely don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Thanks for watching. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next episode.